Alright guys, now in today's video we're going to be going over a prediction that I made back in January to do with what was an ICO back then at the time, and we're going to be looking at where that project is now and whether or not you should still invest in it, maybe if you should sell your shares, or if you don't have any whatsoever, is it a good time to actually put some money into this coin, and whether or not it's actually going to go up. This is not going to be a controversial video like Monday's video on XRP, so don't worry, it's just going to be a cool video. We're going to go through the numbers on this one. It is Storiqa, and in January I did an ICO video on this. Well, basically it was something that I invested in, and I just thought I wanted to do a video on it because I just thought it was cool. So anyway, in this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking whether or not the project is dead, and as I say, whether or not you should actually be investing in it or getting all of your money out. We're also going to be looking at what the future potential is, so that if it was to reach, now this is a similar project to things like Amazon and Shopify. It's like an online marketplace but for crypto, and we're going to be looking at some of those market caps and what that would mean for Storiqa if it was going to hit around a similar market cap, and what that would mean for you. So if you had invested $100 or $1,000 in it today, you know, where that would put you in the future. And also, will it moon soon? So, you know, is there any upcoming reason why you might want to put some coins in and take advantage into any sort of exuberance in the marketplace? So we'll be having a look for anything that might be coming up, which I'm sure you can guess there probably is something coming up, which there is, okay? So anyway, let's go and take a look at Storiqa. When it comes to these cryptos, I always love to check out their Twitter feed just to see how much information they're putting out there and how active they are. You can always tell the projects which are starting to go nowhere because they used to be active, and then it's just less and less and less posts on Twitter, and then maybe not one for about 3 or 4 weeks, and that's when you know, that's where the warning bells come up. There's something to worry about. The project's not really being managed. This one with Storiqa, we can see #1 crypto marketplace, start shopping now with crypto. Sounds like they've got something going on, and we've got this link here. It's just been in the news, so a lot of news coming out about it. Qcoin, what's this about Qcoin? When will Storiqa be listed on Qcoin? Why are they asking that? Well, because Storiqa just won. So Qcoin, it runs like a not an auction, but like a voting competition with all of its Qcoin customers, if you like, people that use the exchange, where they can vote on new coins coming in. And here we go, Storiqa just actually won that, so Storiqa will now be listed on Qcoin as well as HitBTC and all the other exchanges that it's on, and it is on quite a few already, to be fair. And yeah, they've got loads of great articles here, and all of these, like this one was on the 3rd of October, this one here's the 4th of October, this one here was 7 hours ago, so it's actually today as the news has come out about Qcoin. And yeah, 7 hours ago, and then 2 hours ago, and then 1 hour ago. I mean, they're just posting all the time, which is a very good time. That's a very active project, even though it ICO'd like back in January, and a lot of people are kind of asking, you know, what's going on with these ICOs? You know, are they all dead? Well, they're not. If you actually check them out, particularly this one is doing very well. So let's check out the price over on CoinMarketCap, and we can see here that it hit CoinMarketCap back in March, so ICO'd in January. I think it ended the ICO probably February, and it hit the CoinMarketCap in March, and then it went up massive. Look at that, it went all the way up in May. So we'll be looking into what that was in just a moment, why it's peaked so high in May, and also look at the price it came up to. It came down, and you can see as it comes along here towards the end, so it's come down, it's bottomed out, and then you're seeing it start to rise slightly, you know, so the bottoms of each of those dips are getting higher and higher, starting to climb its way back up. And if there was some sort of reason coming out where it might spike again like it did back in May, even if it only spiked to the same sort of price around here, that's just what 1.6, so say 16 pence, and say this was 4 pence. I know it's not, okay, but we'll just say it is. Basically that's 4, that's 16, so that's 4 times, you know, twice would be 8, and then double 8, so it's like 4 times your money. So if it just spiked that high again, you'd 4 times your money. You know, put £1,000 in, you got 4,000 out, 10,000, you got 40 grand. That's 30 grand profit. 30 grand profit is certainly enough for most people to live on for an entire year. So it's possible. I'm not saying to do that, of course. It all depends on how big your portfolio is. I would never really want to put more than about 3-5% max in any one particular coin. So, you know, to put in like 10 grand, I mean, you've got to have a pretty big portfolio. So I'm not saying to put in all of your money, my goodness, don't do that. And this here is the reason why it spiked like it did back in May. They launched the beta version of their website. As I said earlier, it's basically an online marketplace, a bit like Amazon, so that other small businesses can come on and put all their products up for sale on the Storiqa website, and basically sell it on there and take crypto payments rather than just normal fiat payments, so that people can buy their stuff in crypto. As you can see, they've got a range of Storiqa t-shirts on there at the moment. You've got some like different bits and pieces. I'm not sure how much of this is actually like genuinely, if any of it is actually for sale. I mean, you can click through some of this stuff, but I don't know whether or not you can actually buy it. Possibly the t-shirts. Where have they gone? You know, some of these Storiqa t-shirts, maybe Storiqa itself is actually selling these. I know that, you know, I've done this earlier, just click through, you can actually add the stuff to your basket, although you can't buy more than one t-shirt by the looks of it. But this is the beta version. You can see here, it's been added to the cart. Go over to the cart, got myself a couple of t-shirts. I don't know what happens if I check out. Ah, there you go, you've got to sign in. So there is something there. It is kind of up and working, but it is only the beta version. I don't think it is actually a proper fully working, well, obviously it's not a fully working version. And Storiqa tokens aren't all about just selling stuff in Storiqa tokens, because surely you could just use Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin to take payments in those instead. Storiqa tokens are also used to actually pay for the listings as well. So if you're just going for a standard listing and just only accepting the crypto payments, then it's just 1 Storiqa per product per day. And if you wanted to also accept online payment cards, then it's 2 Storiqa per day and 3 Storiqa per day for all of that other stuff as well. So you see that there will actually be demand for the Storiqa token once this actually goes live and businesses are trying to pay for their products to be put on the store. So there definitely will be demand if this actually really does kick off. Nothing's guaranteed in life, but if it does kick off, how much might it be worth? And let's take a look at what I said back in January as to how much it might be worth for crypto. I can't see that. Not anytime soon. So that's basically talking about Amazon. Down there, and one which, when I was reading through the white paper, I thought they sounded a lot like one that I could imagine them being very similar to is Shopify. So Shopify's here. They got a valuation of about $10 billion, and if we go to... That's right, so Shopify back then had a valuation of $10 billion. That was back in January. And Amazon, Shopify, these are the type of businesses that they were putting themselves up against as competition, as similar businesses. Now, if we have a look today, we can see Amazon has actually gone all the way up to 930 billion from where it was. I think it was about 11 billion at the time earlier this year. It's all the way up at 930 billion now. Although, bear in mind, it's not actually, it was a lot more previously. And checking out Shopify here for a minute, we can see some really explosive growth there from back in 2017 all the way to today. We're still down a little bit, but the market cap is now 15 billion. As you might remember, it was about 10 billion back in January, so it's grown an awful lot this year. That is some explosive growth. And the reason for that is really because of the demand, the way the markets are changing, the way you see the high streets shutting down. A lot of really big named high street stores shutting because everybody wants to buy things online and get them delivered because it's just easier. And I think Storiqa is well placed to actually be another type of Shopify, or another place where small businesses can go to list their things, this time to accept payments in Bitcoin or any type of cryptocurrency rather than fiat. And I think Amazon have said in the past that they're not going to be adopting cryptocurrencies anytime soon. So I think there'll be a lot of businesses looking to maybe have products for sale on Amazon and also on Storiqa as well, and just sort of seeing how things go. So it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out. However, as we do go over into mass adoption, Storiqa is definitely going to be well placed and ready, set for some very big growth. And could it actually, I think, go up to the same sort of market cap as Shopify? I think it's very likely if it's successful. You know, it hasn't actually launched a main product yet, so it's very hard to tell. But if it was successful, I think a market cap around the same as Shopify is definitely on the cards. But let's just get into the numbers now and actually work out what it could be worth, and if you was going to invest, how much should you invest, all depending on how much you actually want back at the end. Okay, so let's start at the end goal. We're going to say $1 million that you want to make, and then work back from there. You know, I think there's too many investors out there right now which just kind of invest whatever they've got into a project rather than working out what their end goal is and then working back from their end goal. It's definitely what I'd recommend you doing. So in this case, if it was to match Amazon, if getting to match Amazon was your end goal, where you thought this project was going to end up, you take a look at Amazon's market cap. You see it's currently $230 billion. That would put a Storiqa token at $94. Now, when you have a look at what they were saying on their business plan about, one Storiqa per product per day, that's probably a bit steep if one Storiqa was $94. But, so if it was, basically you could buy today just under $30 worth of Storiqa tokens, which would be 10,560 Storiqa, and you would make $1 million if it actually equaled Amazon's market cap, which I think is totally unreasonable to even suggest that it would, because Amazon have Amazon Web Services, they've got the Amazon Kindle, the Amazon Fire Stick, the Amazon Echo, Amazon Prime TV, and they've got so much stuff going on. There's no way you're ever going to compete with that. But if you have a look at something like Shopify, because Shopify is a lot more of a reasonable thing that it could match and be similar to. So here we've got Shopify's current market cap is 15.8, which makes one Storiqa $1.61, which is a bit more reasonable. Looking at the product fees and stuff, that seems a bit more likely. I'm sure they could always drop the product fees. Not drop them entirely, but just reduce them if it was getting a bit too expensive. So, to make 1 million Storiqa, what you're going to need is 621,000 Storiqa, which is a lot more than I've got. And that would cost you today around about $1,666 to buy those. We actually have something over on our website, Moocharoo.ninja. If you go to the Masters section and you are a master, you'll be able to go to the whale fuel module. And what this does is we actually wrote an algorithm to go to CoinMarketCap every single week, go through the 2,000 cryptocurrency coins on there and work out a calculation, which we have on this video that I'll just put up there for you. All the calculations, how to actually work it out, is on there. And it's very similar to the calculation we're doing here, barring volume and stuff like that. So the algorithm's a bit more complicated, but basically what we're doing here is we're having a look at 4 billion market cap, working at what one Storiqa would be worth at that price, which in this case is 40 cents. So what we're doing here, if you are a Master Ninja, and you can see all of those coins in the whale fuel module, normally valued, you'd need to be spending about $100 to $300 to get yourself a potential $1 million worth of coins. And to be fair, when you check out their projects, that they're around about the same level as Storiqa in their development phase. So for me, this is why I tend to choose some of those over something like this, because it's not going to cost you so much to get into. If you were looking for an endpoint being a $4 billion market cap and the Storiqa tokens were there for 40 cents, you're going to need 2.5 million Storiqa. And that is going to cost you today a whopping $6,707 to buy. Okay, so you're going to have to be shelling out an awful big lot of money to make $1 million at a $4 billion market cap. However, like I said earlier, I should imagine that if they were successful, they could easily find themselves up around that sort of $15,000 to $20,000 range. Did I say that right? $15 to $20,000 billion market cap. So same as Shopify. You know, compared to the other coins in the whale fuel section, you know, if you're wanting the most bang for your buck, then those coins are definitely what you're going to want to check out. So it's alright for me. Now, I bought tokens back when it was in ICO, and they have lost a lot of value through the year as everything's gone down, right? But should you be buying some Storiqa now? Now, I bought some today, and the reason why I bought some more today was this webpage right here. Now, this is the crowdsale.storiqa.com page. It was basically the ICO page. However, things have changed somewhat. Now, right here, this is the main reason why you might want to buy, is they have a platform pre-launch in 26 days' time. So this is the countdown time. We've got 26 days' time where they're launching their new platform. So you saw what happened on that chart on CoinMarketCap in May when they launched the beta version. Well, this is going to be one step above again, so one step more towards their actual final product release. I should imagine it's going to be pretty good and pretty substantial and should really boost the price up. So if you're buying in now, you could maybe 4 or 5 times your money, possibly, see how things go. Now, the Storiqa tokens I bought today, they're still ERC20 tokens, so you can store them in your MyEther wallet. But because I've already got a load that I bought earlier this year, with these ones I was just buying to maybe profit on and then buy back as the price goes down again. Now, if we scroll down through the page, we can see down here somewhere that we've got lots and lots of stuff where they're showing you what they're doing, what they're working on, and they're working on quite a lot of stuff, you know. So as we go down here, this is more their core stuff, their billing, profile. You can see how organised they are. I love the fact that they're so organised. We've got even more stuff down here. This is the infrastructure. So they've got this centralised infrastructure. They're building out the decentralised infrastructure for their own blockchain. So although I just said that they are currently an ERC20 token, I think from about January they're actually launching their own mainnet. So they're going to release their own tokens, Storiqa tokens, on their own blockchain. And saying that, if you did actually head over to the website, Moocharoo.ninja, as of right now, there is only 10 left remaining. That's right, so we had 500 spaces for ninjas originally, and we sell it on a lifetime membership, so you never have to pay ever again. We are offering a monthly membership at some point down the road, although I'll be honest with you, we haven't even actually started doing the code for it, so at the minute it is not even there at all, so it's going to be a while till we offer that. So there is only 10 spaces available. I should imagine they'll probably go pretty quick. So unfortunately, if you did really want to get into that whale fuel module and see what coins are in there, you might just have to wait out another month or so before we actually release the monthly membership. So my sincere apologies for that, I am sorry, but we're really trying to work on the portfolio management system that we were talking about a few videos ago, and get that portfolio management system up and running first. That's main priority number 1. Then we'll work on that. Anyway, so before we end this video, I just have to say that the NEM giveaway, you have to comment on this video here today on Friday in order to actually win the 25 ZEMs next week. Just a little reminder, if you are completely new to this channel, basically every single week for the next year, I'm going to be giving away 25 ZEMs every single Monday on what we call Moolah Mondays. And all you need to do is be a subscriber and click that little bell icon to be alerted to the videos as they come out each week. And also comment below, hopefully with some sort of intriguing question that I could answer on Monday. And do not forget to add in your NEM wallet address. Now, it can either be an actual NEM wallet, the official one from nem.io website, or it could just be an exchange address. So that's cool too. As long as it's actually for NEM, which is ZEMs, by the way, ZEMs, then that's cool. You can win yourself 25 ZEMs on Monday. And just one more thing before you go, I couldn't go without saying this. Bitcoin, guys. So just check out the charts on Bitcoin. Now, as I was saying before, we've got this whole descending triangle sort of formation, which generally in the stock market, when you see formations like that, they're about 70% likely to come out to the bottom side and actually go down. However, if we just scroll in a little bit and see what's actually been going on lately, you can see that this downward trend line here is approaching pretty quick and getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's going to come out one way or the other soon enough. So I'm not sure if it's just going to sort of continue as it is, just pretty much on this straight line, and hopefully just sort of come out and then off and it will go. Maybe, possibly that might happen if something like XRP takes another nice little turn upwards. That could be good and will help Bitcoin. Although the last time XRP took its little moonshot, this was Bitcoin right here, and it couldn't actually get past the 120-day moving average. So, you know, it wasn't that great for Bitcoin. And right now, what we have is, we have the 120-day moving average in the way as resistance. We also have the downward trend line as resistance as well. And this previous level here, which was resistance. So to go up, it's got to get through right now all of these levels of resistance, try and get its way through there. It's going to be pretty tough, you know. What could happen is it's just going to hit this resistance, go down, go down, go down, and then down it goes and comes out to the bottom. Right now we don't know. We've got absolutely no idea what's going to happen, I'll be honest. But if you actually count these days out, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, 6, 7 days, and we're going to know. So we're basically 1 week away from knowing what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Okay, so whether it's going to go up and this is the end of the bear market and we've seen the lows already and that's as low as it's going to go, or that we're actually going to go lower and it might end up Bitcoin about 4,500 or 3,000. Right now, who knows? Who knows where it's going to go? It's such an interesting time we're living in, and obviously some profit to be made by somebody somewhere. However, right now, you know, you look at the way it's hugging this 21-day moving average line, and which means it's pretty much equal. You know, it's not really overstretched one way or the other right now. It's pretty balanced. And down here we're heading a bit lower, but it's kind of hard to say. You know, we're not pulled either way right now. It's very difficult to say. I wouldn't like to put on a trade at all right now with Bitcoin. We're just going to have to sit out. Hopefully it will just continue forward, and we'll just glide through that trend line, and then we'll be on the right side of it. Who knows? So that's it, guys. Watch Bitcoin. Maybe possibly take a look at Storiqa. Could be right for your portfolio. Could not. I don't really, not really. Yeah, I'm not trying to pump it, okay? I'm in Storiqa for the long run. I actually bought mine back in January. Got no intention of selling that, except for the bit I just bought earlier on hit BTC, which is already up for sale if it hits the right price, okay? Yeah, so that's it for today's video, and I shall see you Monday for the Zem giveaway.